Hello everyone, I'm Dino Pro Prehistoric, and this is my stream. So, if you've read my bio, I'm a dinosaur nerd. So, yeah, I'm gonna be playing Jurassic Evolution 2. I played this game a lot. I really enjoy it, and I just enjoy dinosaurs in general. So, I wanted to create a dinosaur documentary because I feel like I have the knowledge to be able to do so, and I've also got a good enough PC to do this, and I thought that I may as well get community input into it as well, and so people can just learn more about dinosaurs while also kind of being entertained by what we can do. So I've also installed a whole bunch of mods. I've got so many mods that I've had to organize the mods in two different places. So I've currently set it up so that we can do North America. So I don't know why I picked Germany, but hey ho. So we may as well start off by setting up so we can actually take a look at some mods and stuff. And basically I'm just in the phase of just testing all the mods, seeing how they work, seeing how they react and stuff. And the whole idea of creating a documentary was that I really wanted to demonstrate my thoughts on these creatures, because they're, sick, and I mean, who doesn't love giant dinosaurs, and the small ones as well. So the I wanted to start off by taking a look at probably the most famous dinosaur. T-Rex. So this is the Jurassic crap. So this is the Jurassic Park / World T-Rex. And this is the newest Tyrannosaur discovered that we're going to also take a look at. So, Tyrannosaurus macransus, which is not T-Rex, but it's the closest relative to T-Rex, and it was the predecessor to the king of the dinosaurs. And this guy was discovered last year, and currently has, I think, five individuals to its name. And T-Rex has over 60. So T-Rex is the most well-discovered animal out there, and if you give me a second, I'll be able to demonstrate the Rex, because I just realized I don't have it yet. Okay, so I've got the mods back, so, I've got the mods back, so, we can, now, I can show you the, North American mods. So, on top of these two Rexes, we're gonna demonstrate. I'm also going to demonstrate these two. So these two are the male and female Rex I will use for the documentary. So here's a random male skin, and let's get a female skin. So what Jurassic Park got wrong with this Rex is that it's way too shrink wrapped, which basically means that there's not enough muscle on the bones, and they didn't account for it. So yeah, so here's our Rex. Looks like the buck from the Lost World. So these guys had a weaker bite force. They had a wonky teeth compared to the real one, and they were way faster than in real life. In real life, these guys were stocky ambush predators. They had perfect vision, better than any bird alive today, and they had an amazing sense of smell. So, let's look, once I set these guys off, let me just check settings. Okay, so, this is, Tyrannosaurus macrancis. So already, Tyrannosaurus macrancis looks way stockier than the bull rex the buck, sorry, that we've already got. And as you can see, its skull's very different. And yeah, it just looks really good. I really like this design, and we're gonna have an interaction. That still works pretty well for the model. So macrancis is believed to be slightly smaller and more quick than the Rex, but in Jurassic Park they completely overestimated the Rex's speed because they believed it was a fast animal when they during the time of the movie production. Now we know they were much slower and much more powerful, so if I wanted to make it more accurate between these two, I would give this guy a hefty bite force. But yeah, a really cool animal. Now let's take a look at the female Rex. So already we can see it's way thicker, and this was true to the animal. So there's no evidence of to what they sounded like, so they could have a loud, powerful roar, but most scientists agree that it was very low pitched over high pitched, because that's what we see in most animals that are like absolutely huge. So the Rex in Jurassic Park, and at the time was believed to be only 5 tons. We now understand that the average Rex was 9 tons, 9 to 10 tons, and the largest individual, Goliath, is over 12 tons in weight. That's over 2 times the African elephant, and 2 times the initial idea of the Rex. which is pretty cool. So yeah, this is our Rex. Let's find the mail. So these are our males. They are slightly more colorful, and there's lots of colors for them, which is pretty cool. So you've got multiple reds, multiple greens. Looks really cool. I really like this one. So yeah, that's T-Rex. So now's probably a good time to actually make sure they live. So we're gonna have water, and we can demonstrate another cool mod we've got. Invisible feeders. So these are pretty cool because it makes it not look like it's artificial, and it looks like something's died there, and it's really good. It looks even better with fish feeders. So here's our fish feeder. So yeah, that looks like a bunch of fish in the water, whereas it doesn't with the normal fish feeder, and so that's pretty cool. So in North America, there's another apex predator that showed up a lot earlier than T-Rex, and so that is our Acrocanthosaurus. So yeah, here's Acrocanthosaurus. So we'll make Acrocanthosaurus. Yep. And there's a lot of animals we've got for North America. This game really favors the North American species list quite clearly. There's a whole lot of them. And so, yeah. North America is a pretty good idea for the start of the series, because by the time episodes come out, we might have enough mods to have other movies, but currently other areas, but for now North America seems to be the most popular. So I'll just go find that, and we'll clear out some of the area. Okay, so we'll get rid of one of the big Rexes and one of the other Rexes. So, this is Acrocanthosaurus. So, Acrocanthosaurus was an early Cretaceous predator, so yeah, it is a Carcharodontosaurid, kind of a smaller one, but it's still it's still huge in terms of dinosaur standards. I'm pretty sure it's around 7 tons, maybe. Not quite sure about Acrocanthosaurus. I'll definitely know the facts by the time I start filming the documentary. But yeah, so Acrocanthosaurus is really cool, and so this is the model I'm going to be using for Acro. And it'll be our early Cretaceous apex predator for North America. It's really cool. It's a faster design, it's named after the sail along its back. And yeah, it's just super cool. And we've got a group of Rexes there. So I decided to create another one just to make sure it's happy. Moving on, we'll go to the mediums, and we've already got a very extended list if you know the game. So, you know, we've got this one, this one, this one, this one straight off the bat that you can see which are different. These are all North American Tyrannosaurs. Tyrannosaurs were very popular in North America. So this is Appalachiosaurus, which is a Tyrannosaur, which basically was a tyrannosaur that is basal, but it lived on the western coast. So yeah, so it lived on the western coast because during the Cretaceous period, Appalachiosaurus and T-Rex, they lived at the same time, but they were on two different continents because yeah, they were separated in time, which is pretty interesting to know about. So the place, the sea that covered the middle of North America is called the Western Interior Seaway. It was home to some of the largest so it's home to the Western Interior Seaway is home to some of the largest aquatics to ever swim the oceans, and it's pretty cool. So yeah, so that's what divided the eastern eastern paleocontinent called Appalachia, hence the dinosaur name Appalachiosaurus, and Laramidia, the home of the Tyrannosaurus, and the rest of these tyrannosaurs actually. The Spletosaurus, Gorgosaurus, Albertosaurus, and Nanucosaurus all lived in Laramidia, while Appalachiosaurus and this other Eotyrannosaur called Dryptosaurus lived in Appalachia. Really like the prehistoric planet version of this guy over the other model, not gonna lie. So this is Appalachiosaurus. So you can quite clearly see that these guys do not look like the average Tyrannosaur. Their arms are very interesting, and the Eotyrannosaurs have very powerful stocky arms, which makes them similar to the Megaraptors in that sense, which is pretty cool. And these guys were the idea that that Rex had. So these guys had way more speed. So the T-Rex in Jurassic Park was much more like the Eotyrannosaurs or the Megaraptors, which are another group of Tyrannosauroid, which is the superclade of pretty much all of the large powerful predators except for the Carcharodontosaurs and Allosaurs, because they belong to the Allosauridae. So let's take a look at we'll take a look at Gorgosaurus. So this is Gorgosaurus. Gorgosaurus is a different breed of Tyrannosaur, essentially. So it was very quick again. You've got a glitchy leg, but yeah. So this is another mod. Gorgosaurus lived in the northern part of the part of Laramidia in the west side of east side of Canada, kind of, and it was It lived in a time where there were massive, powerful ceratopsians up there, like Pachyrhinosaurus and others, which, yeah, so Tyrannosaurs had a lot of evolution during the late Cretaceous. So you have all sorts of different breeds of Tyrannosaurs. So you've got Appalachiosaurus, the T-Rex showed up. You've got Gorgosaurus, which also lived at a time where we have evidence that they fought each other. Oh gosh, they're kind of loud. Good to see that animation works, because I haven't really tested that. So yeah, that's Gorgosaurus. Really cool animal. So let's take a look at if we have room. No, we don't have room. Let's extend it. Place some more water and food down as well, because they're probably going to need it. This is Daspletosaurus. And there's a whole lot of different variants that this guy is made from. So I have no idea which one to pick. I'd like your guys' opinion on them. So Daspletosaurus was a powerful predator that lived just before T-Rex's time. Yeah, these guys were like these guys were a predecessor to Tyrannosaurus macransus, which was the predecessor to T-Rex. Essentially, this guy has a way more bulky mouth, but it was still kind of quick, unlike Gorgosaurus, which showed up later than Daspletosaurus, but was way quicker. But Gorgosaurus in its time also had two rivals, which lived in slightly different areas throughout the same time. Well, actually three, if you want to count T-Rex. So this is Albertosaurus. So this is Albertosaurus. Albertosaurus was slightly larger than Gorgosaurus, and yeah, so it was the rival to Gorgosaurus, and these two, Albertosaurus and Gorgosaurus, wherever it is, where'd it go? Gorgosaurus. They had an intense rivalry and were definitely they definitely had combat. Yeah, we have fossil evidence of that. But we do not have fossil evidence for Daspletosaurus because Daspletosaurus lived beforehand. And then now for one that actually overtook the Gorgosaurus and Daspletosaurus after they went extinct is Nanuqsaurus. So Nanuqsaurus is basically the polar tyrannosaur. So it decided to conquer the very top region of the of Laramidia, the eastern continent of North America, and was definitely covered in feathers. Yes. So this guy, I will make them fight. Don't worry. So these guys conquered the very top and actually overtook the other two guys. So while Gorgosaurus and Albertosaurus did live at the time of T-Rex, they went extinct approximately 1,000,000 years before the extinction, so T-Rex outlived them but still lived at the same time. But Nanooksaurus survived to the very end and was their predecessor. So Nanooksaurus has feathers. Oh my gosh. So Nanooksaurus has feathers because it's the polar dinosaur. It's one of the few that has been discovered with few tyrannosaurs which have been discovered with feathers. So yeah, most tyrannosaurs are actually believed to have feathers and then lose them as they grow up because the feathers were only used for camouflage and keeping the infants warm. But then when they're fully grown, their metabolism's at standard, so therefore they don't need the feathers, so they lose them. Nanooksaurus can't lose them because it lives in the colder environment. So, yeah. What other things do I have? So we do have Allosaurus. We have multiple Allosaurs for yeah, we've got Fragilis, the European Allosaur, and we've got the other Allosaur. So Fragilis was before, so this is the Jurassic predator. We'll look at Allosaurus later, because we still got some others that we have to look at. Yes, this one. So Thanathorestes is the final predecessor to Tyrannosaur. So in terms of evolution, it would go this guy, Thanathorestes, as the first branch off from dinosaurs, from a group of dinosaurs which would have looked similar to Arpalachiosaurus. From there, they would have got to a creature like Thanathorestes. And then from Thanathorestes, it went to Daspletosaurus. From Daspletosaurus, tongue twister, you end up with Tyrannosaurus macransis. And then from there, in evolution, you end up with, wherever the heck it went, where'd it go? There it is. Tyrannosaurus rex. So this is the earliest Tyrannosaur. One of the earliest Tyrannosaurs, Thanathorestes. So, Thanathorestes has the key features that we make it understand why, how it's part of the chain is simply these forward-facing eyes. You can see, I can see both eyes as I look at it, which is an indicator that it was part of the evolutionary chain to the Tyrannosaur. Because if you look at T-Rex, it also has very much these forward-facing eyes. And, but if we look at Gorgosaurus, its eyes are not that, it's less visible. And, but if we look at Daspletosaurus, its eyes are again visible again. So that's how we know they were different, and that's how we know the evolutionary train. So it went this guy, then to wherever he went. Where'd he go? That one. Then it went to this one, and that one. They're the same. And then it went to Macransis. And then it went to the mighty T-Rex. So yeah. Wanna see the Tyrannosaurs fight, do you? Okay, okay. Let me get rid of the Carcharodontosaurids then, because they're not Tyrannosaurs, so they get kicked. Where's the other one? Oh, there's the other one. Alright, 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 alright. Okay, we'll get these guys off the arena. It's quite clear that one of the Tyrannosaurs is gonna win. I haven't changed the stats, so this guy's weaker, so this guy might be the winner. But, like, yeah. Yes, I can shoot dinosaurs. I've not played this game before. I can definitely shoot dinosaurs. I missed. How'd I miss that? There you go. I got a shot. Let them loose and hunt them. No, I'm not gonna hunt them. But yeah, there you go. I shot one. Alright. Well, because you said you wanted to let them fight, and you... That, to be honest, was probably the most entertaining way to, get rid of them so I can do the next section of animals. Down. Okay. Alright, let's go to sandbox setting, dinosaurs, enable to fight on, combat frequency normal, injuries on. Alright, they can fight. Let's get entertaining capture mode on. Where is, letterbox? No? Doesn't want letterbox? Okay. Oh, wow. It's already starting to lag. Ooh, very laggy. Okay, we gotta fight. Interestingly, we've got Displetosaurus versus Displetosaurus, so they clearly don't want to fight their own species. We've got a shove over there with the Albertosaurs. Gosh. We have a roar off between Thanathorestes and Albertosaur. And we did have a... Oh, yeah, we've got a fight over here between two Gorgosaurs. Pretty cool. Animation's a bit scuffed, but that's mods. Wow, it's very laggy. So... another roar off between these two. Oh, and there's our first death over there. So the Nanooksaurus killed a Displetosaur. Kinda unrealistic, but I haven't changed the stats yet. I think they stopped fighting. Oh, no, never mind. The Spletosaurus got a Nanooksaur. Let's get rid of him. Oh, and there's another Nanooksaur killed by an Albertosaur. So stop feeding them. Okay, so this guy's clearly been in a fight. Yep, he's been in a fight. And he's gonna die. Because he just lied down to die. We'll also get the Rex out of here. Oh, do you wanna watch Gorgosaurus versus Nanooksaurus, or Displetosaurus versus Gorgosaurus? Pick one. The first one, so this one. Beautiful modded animation. That's brilliant. Look at this guy, so brave. Thinks he can beat this thing. Where is our Displetosaur battle? Is it? Is it already over? Oh yeah, it's already over. Has my helicopter got the Rex yet? Oh. Oh, finally. Alright, so we got rid of the Jurassic Park Rex, because... Yep. And we're getting rid of all the bodies, so they want to fight more. Alright, so we got Displetosaur versus Gorgosaur. Go get my capture mode again. Let's see how interesting this animation's gonna go with mods. Does he take damage? Doesn't look like he's taking damage. It's very interesting. I like that roar though. That roar is cool. So so this guy won the fight. This guy lost. And you can finally see his injuries. So the Gorgosaurus is very glitchy, looks like. So it might not have a role to fight. The Despledosaur's not glitchy pretty much. It's pretty good. All these mods are lagging at the game so much. Wow, very laggy. The Gorgosaurus has been diagnosed with a minor fracture. I can't make them fight anymore unless I make them unhappy. Alright, there's Fleetosaur versus oh, it's already dead. Looked like that animation was pretty good though. So the Fleetosaur one-shots the Appalachiosaurus. Good to know, good to know. Hey, it is an interesting one. Rex versus Nanook. It's David versus Goliath. Ooh, that animation worked that time. That's pretty cool. So that's good to know. I can make these two fight. Because these two live at the same time, so it is possible for them to fight. It's very possible. It's very slightly possible. Is this guy gonna fight? You fought yet? Appalachia versus Gorgo. Place your bets. Who do you think's gonna win, chat? Ooh, this animation works. That's pretty cool. And that animation doesn't work. So it's whenever the Gorgo's being attacked, so that means it has to one-shot something. It's pretty interesting. Very interesting. Good to know. I like that cool. That cold's good, very good. So here is, oh, look at that eye in Thanothorestes. That's pretty cool. That is sick. The way the eye just glows in the night, that's pretty cool. Looks like the Splatosaur's calling over someone. It's a Gorgo. Okay. I don't care if they're happy or not. It's just that I want them to live or not. And that was an instant kill. Got a T-Rex roar. These guys alive. Two Thanothorestes just sleeping. Ooh, ooh. I love those eyes. Those eyes are cool. Ooh. Oh, that's pretty cool. If it wasn't so laggy, it'd be pretty cool. Okay, we got a few bodies. Clear that up. Move the Gorgo. Remove the Appalachio. It's very laggy. Oh, there's Pluto's calling someone. Let's go into capture mode and go see what's happening here. Right, so you get to see how good this animation actually is. If it wasn't so laggy. I think that might be the last Appalachio out of the arena, maybe. Let's go see. Yep, that was the last Appalachiosaurus, so that's a species off the list. 1, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so Displetosaurus have lost 1. Albertosaurus has lost 2. Gorgosaurus has lost 2. And the Rexes have lost none. And the Nanooksaurus is also off the table. Yep. The Dinothrestes hasn't fought anyone, I don't think. Yep, you're harmless. Ooh. That's a pretty cool animation. Pretty sure these guys look like they have the model of a Changosaurus, kind of. They look reminiscent of it. But they might be Albertosaurus, the in-game Alberto. Another Gorgo fight. I think this Displetosaurus might die. Looks pretty injured. So the Displetosaurus got a concussion from that. interesting. And the game is dying. This Albertosaurus is chilling in the shade. So while we're waiting for that to happen, we could maybe start on the next group of animals to exist in on the North American continent. So that is the dromaeosaurs. So for North America during the Cretaceous, we're doing dromaeosaurs. If it would load. So, there's quite a few dromaeosaurs in North America. We've got Atrociraptor, Dakotaraptor, we've got Deinonychus. Oh crap, I've already summoned it. Oops. Oh, the dino died. The game really can't handle that many creatures at once. Okay, so on top of these three, there's also Utahraptor, which is the largest dromaeosaur. It's right here. It's the largest dromaeosaur ever discovered, so going to have to create this one as well. I basically have a replacement mod for nearly every dinosaur, for pretty much all continents. But Utahraptor is one of the few that doesn't really need one. I mean, just look at that model there. It's really cool. If the game would let me create it. Okay, so Deinonychus, we do have a replacement because the in-game model is very inaccurate. So I don't really understand why they decided to make this variant of Deinonychus. I mean, it's got a crest, we have no evidence of it having a crest. So I've got 2 mods actually that contain Deinonychus models, I think. So we've got this one, which is really cool. So Deinonychus was an early Cretaceous predator. So it existed with Acrocanthosaurus, which I described earlier. And it also lived with Utahraptor, which is the other one. So Utahraptor and Deinonychus lived together alongside Acrocanthosaurus. Meanwhile, Dakotaraptor lived alongside T-Rex. Now, Dakotaraptor is a late Cretaceous. Okay, so they're gonna be ready. We need to wait for the helicopter to disappear because that lags out the game. And we've got a fight over there. Looks like it's already been injured, but I can't see who's fighting from here. Gorgosaurus and Gorgosaurus, it looks like. Yep. No, that's Daspletosaurus. Wait, no, it might be Gorgosaurus. Yep, that's Gorgosaurus. Oh, I was wrong. It's Daspletosaurus. Okay, so we've got an injured Gorgo. So I'm gonna clear out some of them just to hopefully make it less laggy. Alright, I got the Rex. And we'll get an Alberto. We do have to get a Thanathorestes. And get that Gorgo. Okay, so Dakotaraptor was in the name, discovered in Dakota, North America, and Utahraptor was discovered in Utah. So Dakotaraptor, I'd like to think of as the successor to Utahraptor, because it came after it. It had a similar body plan, but it was far more powerful in terms of its just general speed and yeah, just raw power. Because Utahraptor couldn't necessarily jump that high, nor could it climb up trees, but Dakotaraptor definitely could. So after the strategy of going completely robust didn't work, we end up with Dakotaraptor, and Dakotaraptor actually has quite a bit of theory going around it that it actually was a pack hunter, because most dromaeosaurids are actually believed to not be pack hunters, because they don't really have the body plan to demonstrate it. And there's also not much evidence for it either. So Velociraptor has we've never found two Velociraptor specimens within the same dig site. So they were very separated and very isolated, so we don't actually have much evidence for them being pack hunters. Did the Rex get a kill? Huh. I think it killed Albertosaurus. Okay, so we'll also get rid of the Thanatharestes, and it's already feeling a lot smoother. So we'll get one Utahraptor this time, two Deinonychus, and one Dakotaraptor. And then there's also a Troceraptor. Troceraptor is in a similar boat to Velociraptor, so it we have no evidence for it to be pack hunter, even though in the movie Jurassic World Dominion it's been depicted as a pack hunter, and it's also been depicted as human height. Both Velociraptor, Troceraptor, and Pyroraptor in that movie were way oversized. They were turkey, chicken, around that height sized. So, yeah. So, we'll get these dromaeosaurs in here, and then I think we'll have to wrap it up. What's the Gorgo doing? This Gorgo looks like it's starving. So this is kind of why I wanted it to them to have food, because then they wouldn't starve. still very laggy. Okay, so we'll start off with a truss raptor, I think. Once the Alberto gets moving. So a Trosiraptor is actually a very interesting dromaeosaur because it was discovered with this very unique head shape that made it have a really powerful bite. And in terms of fossil material for it, we only have the head. So knowing it's a dromaeosaur is a pretty interesting theory, but you can't really argue with the scientist on it. They know more about what's what than I do. So, yeah. So Trosiraptor was discovered up in the north again in the cold, in the regions in between the Nanooksaurus kind of area where we would discover them, and the area where we would discover Gorgosaurus and Albertosaurus, because they lived in the exact same environment at the same time, which is really interesting. Okay, let's see how well this loads. Okay. I mean, you can kind of get a good look at it, but yeah. If you remember or have watched Jurassic World Dominion, you'll remember the Atrociraptors, these big, super quick predators, but yeah, and pack hunters, but they're really not. Um, yeah, they're a very different predator. They were individuals, so I don't know why I created two. And they definitely had the ability to take down prey maybe even 2 times its size, almost like a jaguar or a big cat, kind of medium-sized cat in the way it hunted. Just because of its jaw, again, like cats. And also like cats, they've got all the same kind of weapons. So they've got the feet, they've got the hands, and they've got the jaws, all differently designed in order to kill. Except dromaeosaurs just seem to be better at it, because Atrociraptors actually have a special weapon on their toes, which all dromaeosaurs have to an extent, which is the raised retractable toe claw, which is very famous and very much on the real animals. If the game would actually catch up and let me click on the Atrociraptor. The game is really not liking this at the moment. It wasn't laggy before. kidding me? Okay, I finally clicked on them. So, while they're very laggy in their play animation, so Velociraptors have a deadly toe claw that allows them to pin their prey or penetrate their skin, causing them to bleed. Their claws slash and grip, allowing them to climb on top of their prey, and their jaws, just like any cat, would bite down on the neck, hopefully killing it in the one bite, which is a simple game plan for most dromaeosaurs. Well, that was the idea of the game plan for most dromaeosaurs. But, yeah, so some followed this game plan, others didn't. The Velociraptor perfected it, in this case. With the most powerful jaws, and the best teeth arrangement of a dromaeosaur for its size. So, put into scale, it would beat a Utahraptor, but obviously in real life, its jaws wouldn't beat Utahraptor. So next up is Utahraptor, because I talked about it. So if it would stop lagging, we could actually get a good look at it. And this is the in-game model, so the Frontier model. Which is the creator and owner of the actual game. So this isn't a mod, so the animations should work for it. I'd be very concerned if they didn't work. So yeah, it's a really cool design. I really like this animal. Definitely one of the best Frontier designs. And yeah, so you can, while it is lagging, you can get a pretty good look at it. And it sounds incredible. Definitely trying to mimic the Velociraptor call, but lower, which I really like. And it definitely just gives a bird vibe. Oh, the pack's trying to beat up Thanothorestes in the background. Okay, so the Velociraptors pretty much just trying to kill themselves in the back. Interesting. Yeah, so that's our Utahraptor. Very cool animal. It's the wrong one. There's 3 of them. Okay, so the Velociraptor looks to be... Oh no, that guy died. So the Golgo died. So yeah, that's 2 of the dromaeosaurs of North America. The next dromaeosaur, we'll look at Deinonychus. So Deinonychus is the dromaeosaur that lived alongside Utahraptor. And so Deinonychus is potentially believed to be somewhat of a pack hunter. It is found a lot. There's been a lot of fossils of it on top of other are found in groups of 4 or 5, eating or like selectively surrounding a Thanatosaurus fossil. So that is probably the most amount of evidence for one dromaeosaur being a pack hunter, but whether it actually was organized fighting or it was like, just family group hunting where they all just said we're gonna attack this, which is not technically pack hunting. So they definitely, we can confirm, displayed group behavior. Most tyrannosaurs could do this as well, and it's actually believed that T-Rex was more likely to be a pack hunter than velociraptors, which is a pretty interesting fact. So this is Deinonychus, if it would release. Yes, I'm new to streaming. So, yeah. The game, thanks to mods, is very laggy right now. But yeah, so I'm releasing a modded Deinonychus right now, and I'm just showcasing a whole bunch of more paleo-accurate dinosaurs. Yeah, thank you. Actually, my friend got me into streaming on Twitch. He started, so you could go follow him as well. He's games_108. He's yeah, he's my mate. Yeah. So he kind of recommended the idea, and I then wanted to kind of make a dinosaur documentary, kind of. And so I decided to get mods and stuff, and I guess get community ideas into what they want to see in a dinosaur documentary made in this game, which is pretty cool. Yeah. So this is the Deinonychus. So Deinonychus lived alongside the Utahraptor, which is currently trying to fight a Displetosaurus. Yeah. So Deinonychus is a very primitive dromaeosaur. It lived alongside Utahraptor, which is that one there, and it did not live with Daspletosaurus, but currently those two have decided to fight. So yeah, this is the only dromaeosaur that has very concrete evidence of being able to pack hunt. And so yeah, it's very cool to actually know that one dromaeosaur actually is able to pack hunt, because a velociraptor actually isn't a pack hunter at all. Scientists have made the claim that it's more likely that T-Rex pack hunted than velociraptor, which is really puts a really odd feeling when you're a Jurassic Park fan to think about that. And so the last dromaeosaur of North America is Dakotaraptor. So Dakotaraptor waiting to release. So, I don't really know much about Dakotaraptor. I know about its size, so it was almost the same size as Utahraptor. It was way lighter though. So Utahraptor actually weighed about a ton, while Dakotaraptor weighed literally half the weight, so about 500 kilos. So, yeah, Dakotaraptor's a pretty cool animal because it was far more agile than the predecessor of predecessor being Utahraptor. So Dakotaraptor is a really interesting dromaeosaur. I really like it, and I really hope to see it like in the movies and stuff. If the game would actually release the animal. Okay, so here is Dakotaraptor. This is the mod for Dakotaraptor, because it's not actually in the game. So Dakotaraptor will definitely be in the documentary I want to create, and yeah, it's really cool. So you've got Utahraptor there, and you've got Dakotaraptor here. Very similar animals, but you can kind of already see that this one, the Dakotaraptor, is quite more nimble and is slightly smaller and definitely not as bulky as the Utahraptor. And it's already decided to fight something. And it's now already dead. Wow. The Dakotaraptor's already killed itself. Okay, yeah, so, this is gonna have to wrap up my stream. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and, thank you for, supporting, and, yeah. So I hope you enjoyed and learnt something new. Yeah. Thanks for watching.